Kyle Larson goes to victory lane at Richmond, but really it's Kyle Larson's teammate, Josh Berry, filling in for Chase Elliott in the 9. And Micah McDowell, while they didn't win the race, I think they won the strategy game.
When you talk about the move of the race, I think the call of the race, these two maximized. We had a long run there with 88 to go. Guys split it in half. These two took the opportunity to not do that, put themselves in a great spot.
Yeah, so let's take a look at their entire day, because I'm going to tell you, this thing is noisy, it's messy, it's whatever you want to be for the 9 car. Up, down, but the 34 of Mike McDowell, I'm going to give those guys credit. They ran between 50th to 20th all day long. That's a very, very solid day. Now the 9, as I mentioned, started in the back and also had a little trouble with your old buddy Ryan Blaney.
Yeah, Blaney got a little anxious here, trying to get under him. Actually spun him here off of turn 4. That kind of dipped him back after stage 2, and he had to recover from that.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate thing for the 9 car, but as we always say, you got to keep fighting, keep battling, and that's just what the 9 and the 34 did. So let's fast forward to that final stage, really the last 100 laps of the race. Here's the yellow for the 45 car spinning out right here. That sets up an 88 lap run to the finish. A lot of conversation on the broadcast. Do you stop once? Do you run long? We saw the leaders all come to pit road. I know you and I have an opinion on some other cars that should have stayed out. How did this work for the 34 and the 9?
It's a different game for these guys than it was for the guys up front. The 34 is bouncing around 20th, right there at the tail end of the lead lap. The 9 car, I think 14th or 15th at this point. They're in a position, you talk about risk and reward when you make these calls. The risk is they may lose 4 or 5 spots. The reward is they may end up in a top 5 on a late caution, which is what played out for them here. They stayed on tires, they went long enough, they got to the point that the 45 car spun late. That's that 20-something to go caution, and that put them in a position where they came down pit road. I think the 9 car came off second from pit road. He had jumped himself from 14th to 2nd on equal tires. He's got a fighting chance of winning this race.
Well, it was a fight. 2 late restarts. Mike McDowell did follow a little bit. I think he ended up 6th, which is a great run. But then Josh Berry gets his career best finish of the Cup Series, ends up 2nd in relief for Chase Elliott. So an impressive run by 2 cars that it took a little bit of creativity and a little bit of strategy by the end. Top 10 finish for both the 9 and the 34.